What's up, guys? Welcome back to more Run 8. We're back at it once again. We're picking up where we left off yesterday with the Q544 Waycross to Cincinnati service. Running the Fitzgerald sub, the new Fitzgerald DLC for Run 8. We're simulating the Fitzgerald to Atlanta pool, so we're going to take this train from Fitzgerald up to Gate, Georgia. That's as far north as we can go. We just had a clear by the north end of Hatley, and if you remember the last video, we met A723, a local here at Hatley, and we just went ahead and stopped. We ended it there so we could pick up with our next video. At least the rain's cleared up, right? You know, in the last video we got popped by the DD there at Hatley for dragging equipment, and we took care of that, and then we went down the main to meet 723. So 723 back in the day, that train's no longer on the Fitzgerald sub, but back in the day that was the local that ran between Waycross and Manchester. It went up as 724, it came back as 723. And it basically, from what I remember, I never worked that job. We didn't cover any of the locals down south. So this is just all stuff that I kind of doped out and kind of remember, but I think basically what they did is they left out a Waycross and they switched the yards. Like they would hit Fitzgerald, they'd hit the stores tracks at Cordell, they'd hit Oglethorpe, they would hit Brown Sand, and supposedly turn at Manchester. And I'm going to tell you guys now, I never remember seeing that train in Manchester at any points. That's not to say they didn't go up in there. They could very well have, but I kind of thought, I feel like, thinking back on it, and it's been a really super long time, but I kind of felt like they turned at Brown Sand most of the time. Now, I could totally be like way off in left field on that. I feel like they turned in Brown Sand. Maybe they didn't go into Manchester all the time. They could very well have. But Manchester had pickups there too, right? And set-outs. 544 was one of the trains to do the set-outs there. 592 did set-outs there. I don't remember 724 bringing anything to Manchester. I really just don't. And I don't remember them picking up. Like I said, that's not to say they didn't, but just from my memories, I don't remember them going up there. All right, let's come out of throttle for this little quick 1% down here. This little sag. There we go. That's a little better. May have to grab a little air here. We may just ride with it. We may just go with it. Let's see what she does. Yeah, let's go ahead and grab some. We'll get a little set here. There, we're starting to go back up. It goes right back up, right? Like it's 1% down and it's 0.56 up. Like there's no grace period at the bottom of that grade. It's like down and up. Yeah, let's get a little bit more so we don't have to worry about stuck brakes. Get a full 10 pounds there. And we'll come out a little bit more. All right, let's knock them off. And get this crossing here. Yeah, I don't remember that train going into Manchester. I kind of felt like they turned at Brown Sand. And then road trains, like through trains, took care of the set-outs and pickups in Manchester. But and I want to say that they also worked some industries along the way too, like some outlying industries. Maybe they did. Like I said, we never covered those jobs. I remember one of our guys getting called as a brakeman on the sand turn one time, and that was kind of rare because the Fitzgerald extra board was, I think it was exhausted, and they needed someone to cover that job, so they called one of our guys to do it. And he didn't have a clue what to do because they never told, like, we never covered that. They didn't tell us anything about it. Like, we knew nothing about that job. But I'd feel like if you were a new guy going into it and working a local, probably, you know, brakeman would be the absolute best position to cover, right? Like, you couldn't ask for a better position to cover. Just stand at the switch, right? You just stand here at the switch and throw it. That's all you got to do. Just don't mess that up. All right, coming by the intermediate 688.5, got to clear. So we got a little bit of a downhill here, and then next location for us is going to be Cordell. Cordele is going to be a lot of fun. It's like going down a big slide into town, right? You see right up here is going to pick back up. We can't level out, and then it's going to climb back up, and it's going to climb to that chemical place on the left, just south of Cordele. What is it called? Drexel Chemical. That's going to be the top of the grade, and then it's going to drop back off into Cordele once again. It'll drop down into Cordele a little bit. It's not too steep from Drexel down to the south end of Cordele, and then it's like it goes over a waterfall, right? Like it's really steep into town. About a 1.02% max, I think is what it is. Something like that. It's a lot of fun. It should be a lot of fun going into town. I love Cordele. Cordele is like one of my favorite locations on the map. Like Cordele, Ross, Vienna, that's just a really fun area to run. Alright, by there, now we're going to have to... I don't think we engaged auto. No, we didn't. Let's get that taken care of. Alright, CSXQ 544 got clear on the distant Cordele 6365 north outs. Alright, so we got it clear. Drexel's going to be right up here on the left. That'd be the top of the grade for us. It's not too bad going northbound. It's only 0.64. I keep seeing those shadows on the track. I think they're crossings. It's the only thing. There, yeah, here's Drexel. And we should be peaking the north end. We got an approach up here. Nice. All right. We could be meeting someone. We could be holding the main to meet someone, or Otto just hasn't lined us up yet. And we're not going to be able, I don't think. He's going to give us a light right now. I think he's going to tell us to wait. We'll see. See what he says. He's probably going to tell us not to bother. $6365. All right. So, did you do it? Yeah, looks like we do have a light now. So he did give us a light. Nice. Okay. So I don't think you can call for a light. I think you have to get to the control point before you can call for one. If that's how it works. All right, so we drop into Cordele, and we got the 30 at the south end of Cordele, just past the signal there. Oh, that's going to be a switch. Never mind. I thought that was a crossing for a second. My bad. All right, now we got our whistle post here. Alright, it's going to get a little busy going into Cordele. You got a lot of crossings. You just got a lot of stuff going on, you know. But man, it's a lot of fun. It is a ton of fun dropping into Cordele. So it gets steep right here. Alright, let's come all the way out. We'll use dynamics to drift down into town here. All right, let's go to B2 to kind of gather up slack a little bit. There we go, nice. Oh, there's so much stuff going on. Yeah, let's see what she's doing. So yeah, we got a clear on the north end, and then we got that 30 diamond board down there. We have to worry about it. All right, 1% drop right here, 0.97. Fort Hills, where I was coming into town on a northbound train exactly like this in dynamic and kind of drifting down into town. And we had a uninitiated or unintended emergency application. Like we were in heavy dynamic coming into town, getting ready to slow up for this diamond board, and had a big slack run in for some reason. I don't know why, because that was an old hand engineer I was working with, but man, it about put us in the floor of the locomotive, and next thing you know, the air went down. And luckily it came back up and we were good to go, but it was kind of weird, that whole situation. All right, let's come out of dynamics just a little bit here. It looks like, yeah, we're good. So she's just kind of holding us right here. We'll get back into it a little bit. Some guys used to fly up on this board like crazy. Like, just, you know, some engineers just like running up on a signal like that. It always made me a little bit antsy, you know, for them to run up on a diamond board or a signal like that. But that's just what some did. There we go. All right, we hit 30. Let's go ahead and start coming out. All right, there's our diamond board. We'll start gradually coming out of the dynamics here. I keep thinking we might meet someone at Ross. I have a feeling Ross is going to be it. There's local A730. We need to do some switching on a video. I think that would be a lot of fun. All right, yeah, we got to approach medium on distant to Ross, so... Or at Southern Crossing. All right, let's come on out, dynamics. Fort Hill is just such a cool location. There, let's start stretching it out. Alright, so we're going to go in and meet someone at Ross. That is going to be a greaser right there. I was thinking that was a crossing, but we're good on that. Yeah, we're going to meet someone at Ross. See if we can peek the signal here. Yeah, I got a medium approach in at Ross. Alright, that should be it for the crossings. We may need some dynamics going in at Ross because it's kind of down and back up. Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead some dynamics here. Shouldn't need too much, just light. I just don't want us to run too fast going through this switch down here. It's 30-mile-an-hour switch, only 30-mile-an-hour siding on the sub. Everything else was 25. And Oglethorpe was 10. There you go, that should be good. Alright, CSXQ 544 got me approach. South Ross. Into the siding. I have no clue who we're going to meet, too. I've done forgot my lineup. Like, I kind of remembered it the other day, now I completely forgot it. Alright, that should be good right here for the dynamics. We'll come out of them and go into the throttle and ease the slack out. Got a little bit of a pull up into Ross here, 0.8%. Hopefully we won't have to wait too long. Maybe it'll be a rolling beat. Always remember Ross being a good spot to make meets, unless the local was tying up the siding or 723, 724. Yeah, I gotta stop on the north end. I don't see anyone. Look at that grade though. Is that not cool or what? Look at that. Look how it's just a roller coaster, right? I should have counted off our switch. I am so bad about that. I forget that all the time. We'll be all right. We'll clear no problem. Yeah, I think it'd be fun to do video switching. I kind of thought about doing one kicking cars, like doing some flat switching and kicking cars. I think that would be a lot of fun. I used to love doing it in real life, so I think it'd be fun to do in game. And you can do it in game. I used to do it back several years ago. I used to hop on the depot server and do some switching down in Taft. Used to like to kick down there. Alright, we're just gonna ease on up here to the signal. Yeah, still no one. We may have to wait here a bit, guys. right, set up our dynamics. We'll ease on up here.
ESX. Equipment defect detector. Milepost 700.7.
There we go. He just hit the Ross DD, so he'll be here shortly. Whoever it is, it's going to be a surprise. Yeah, it shouldn't take him too long. We'll just hold tight up here. We'll stop. We'll get a little air to hold it. It's really cool how you can run each train a little differently. Like I said, on the coal train, I didn't really like using dynamics unless it was like we're going to be in them for a bit, right? Like we're going to be in them for a while. Otherwise, I like to try to use the air and stay in the power because it's just so draggy. This train's a lot different. It has a little get up and go to it. It's pretty good HPT. Oh, I think that's him right there, right? Yes, it is. Sweet. All right, he's got a wide cab on the head end. Let's clear all that mess off.
ESX. Equipment defect detector.
What is that? I don't know what this is going to be. Maybe 647. This might be 647.
Total axle 404. End of transmission.
All right, let's grab some air. Actually, no, let's not grab some air. We'll just keep easing along. Like, we won't even need to stop. We'll just keep easing along. Yeah, that's going to be 647. That's pretty cool. Nice, nice. Love it. Yeah, let's keep pulling on it here. We'll just keep easing down there. Hopefully we get light pretty soon. Yeah, that's 647. You see the lumber in it. 647. Never had auto racks. It had a lot of Canadian traffic in it, stuff like that. Potash. Lumber. I guarantee he's going to be backing in the yard. He's going to be backing in Waycross. Oh, that was one. It seems like I backed in Waycross a few times on that train. It was never too terribly long. It was only like 5,000 feet or so. But pretty heavy. Pretty heavy train, right? Like, average length, heavy train. Man, he's rolling too, right? Oh, I love these rolling meats. There you go. That's going to be his bottom right there. Yeah. Nice. Sweet. That's cool. All right, 647. Train looks good. See if we can get light out of here. Did Otto do us a solid? Yes, he did. We got to meet him clear out of the siding. North Ross. That was good meat. Man, that's we've been very fortunate to have really good trips on the Fitz. I had a lot of good trips too in real life. Like I said, I was thinking about that the other day. I don't think I ever went dead on the Fitz. I don't ever remember being picked up by a taxi on the Fitz. I really just don't. Not saying that didn't happen. I know a lot of guys that did. I guess I was just lucky, right? I just had a lot of good trips on the Fitz. Yeah, there we go. Now we start pulling over. Let's go ahead and get our counter so we know when we get out of the siding. Alright, so next stop's gonna be Vienna, right? I think so. We'll go to the next siding, we'll call it there. Yeah, we'll call it at the next siding. We still got more trains to meet, guys. We've got more to meet. Alright, go ahead and come out for all the little bits. I think it's pretty flat between here and Vienna. I want to say it is. It just kind of undulates a little bit up and down. Yeah, getting close to our bottom, clearing the switch. Let's go ahead and open up the throttle. We'll take a little. There we go. Not too bad. All right, Vienna and Lilly. It's gonna be our next locations. We're gonna end this one at Lilly, guys. We're gonna stop at Lilly. Lilly. Another long block to the next signal. Come by the DD here.
Equipment defect detector milepost 700.7.
Oh man, I love those old DDs. Those are so cool. Got a few videos with those on it. Dad and I would go out rail fanning when I was a kid. I was like 13, 14 years old. We'd go out, like that's what we did a lot on, especially on Sundays. Sundays, Dad was off. We didn't have much going on, so we'd go out and do a little rail fanning. And then who would have known that, you know, 10 years later I'd be actually working the same route. But
0.7, no defects.
Sweet. All right, we're good to go. We didn't get popped again.
End of transmission.
Oh, it always sucks when you hear it go off. You're like, damn it. Why? Why'd we have to get hit? Yeah, we're good so far. Just had that dragging equipment. Probably just an air hose. I'm gonna say it was an air hose, caught it. Alright, as you can see on our little display at the top there, we got our first speed reduction, 45 and 2.8 miles. So we've taken this train out of Waycross. Once we got north of Waycross, this is the first one for us. It'll be Vienna. Just 45 though, not that big of a deal. I mean, we can only do 50. We're only a 50-mile-an-hour train. Should be Georgia Pacific up here on the rights. Had lots of Georgia Pacific plants I worked. I worked Georgia Pacific plant in a place called Duran on A720 on Lineville side, and then they had one up in Talladega as well too, and then they had the one down here at Vienna. And the cool thing was that they were all jointly served by two railroads. All of them by CSX and NS. Like, that was kind of cool. They built those plants where they were accessible by two different railroads. Let's go ahead and come out throttle a little bit here. Ooh, kind of banging around in that curve a little bit. That's cool. That's one thing I wish the motion. There was a little bit more motion. I know the C6 multiplier. I've got mine. I've got mine turned all the way up. But it was just, to me, it was a lot bouncier, a lot more stuff going on. Yeah, it's just a lot more stuff going on. Is this a crossing coming up? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. We may have hit the horn for nothing. Yeah, there's our whistle post. Alright, let's grab a little air here. Vienna's another little busy location, right? And the 45 should just be right up here at the end of this tangent track here. The Napa. It's a nice little asset there. Alright, we should be able to knock it off, come out and throttle little bits. Trying to wipe it. Alright, clear immediate Vienna 544. Diamond board should be right up here through this curve. Yeah, it's just such a fun area to run. It really just is. This whole little stretch through here. I really think it kind of starts at Lilly, like Lilly through Cordell. There's our diamond board. Then we'll count off on the outside of it here. 45. So the green, for those of you that don't know, just means resume, you know, max authorized speed. So we'll be able to resume 54s here. That's pretty out here. Look at the farmland. Just goes on a long ways out there. Alright, so luckily we got the grade kind of drags us down in that 45, so we really don't have to worry about it. We're counting it off. And Lilly should be our next stop, and it looks like we've got an approach on the distance to Lilly. So we're going in the hole one more time. That'll work out. We'll stop it there. I think that'd be a good stopping point. Yeah, we got to go into Lilly. It's going to be control siding. We got to go in at restricted speed. There's XQ 544, got approach distant to Lilly. 6365 north outs. No, I was watching a video a while back, someone else running Fitz. They made comment that basically there's no advanced approaches on the approach signals, right? Like, not all of them give you an advanced approach. That's pretty much the way it was in real life. No, we don't have to cross. I thought we had a crossing coming up. Yeah, that's pretty much the way it was in real life. Like, there wasn't an advanced approach at every location, right? Sometimes you just went straight from clear to approach. Like, that wasn't unheard of at all. Even on the Lineville side, like, that was most every positive signal was led up to by just an approach. Like, we didn't have many advanced approaches. I can only think of a handful, maybe. Yeah, it's going to be a 50 diamond board there. We don't have to worry about that. Start slowing her up. Had a little slack running. We came out with a problem in this uphill here, so it got us a little bit. But you awake over there? Yeah, he's awake. He's all right. He's okay. Sometimes he'll nod off, but we haven't really watched him that much. Every once in a while, you'll see him nod off. At least he used to. I don't know if he still does or not. So yeah, we came out of there approach and need to start immediate reduction to 30. We didn't quite do it. We kind of went with it a little bit, but we kind of rode with it just a tad. Yeah, we do have restricting into the siding, so we are going in. All right, I think on this one we're just going to we're going to use a little air. That should be good right there. Now I used air because we got a pretty good upgrade going into the siding here, so we should be able just to knock it off and drag them in, stay in the power. Well, she'll slow down. Doesn't seem like she's wanting to do much, right? Come on, some time today, please. A little bit more air. Yeah, we may have goofed up on that. I should have rode with it a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna... We may wind up with stuck brakes on that, but... we'll see. I set them up and then I released it. We'll see what it does. We gotta stop up here anyway, so it really isn't gonna matter. Like, we'll set them up. We'll draw them down tight when we get on the north end. All right, restricting into the siding, South Lilly. Grabbing air and going into like a restricting like that is always kind of tricky, right? It's always at least a little bit tricky to me. You still awake? Yep, he's awake. Let's see what our brake release looks like. We're going to peak. We're going to cheat a little bit here. We might have some hanging on the bottom there. It looks like they're coming off. Yeah, they're coming off. They're all right. Yeah, sometimes you'll just have a train that's just prone to stuck brakes. Like, it'll just have them. I had one a while back. I literally had to stop and cut 1 or 2 brakes out. That's just part of it. All right, no clue who we're going to meet on this one. We'll find out soon enough, but I'm just drawing a blank on this one. I know it's not going to be a pig. 121 was the only pig we had on the lineup. See if we see him. No, but we do have a stop on the north end. Lilly's another cool location. Had a really cool old railroad depot up on the left. It was wood. Like a depot or a freight house or combination or something like that. But it was really cool. I think it's still there. I think it's still there to this day unless something happened to it. So you're talking about, what, not about 110 years old, give or take, something like that. All right, we'll ease on up here to the north end. We'll stop, we'll draw them down tight, and then we'll watch our other train by. We'll call it a day. I think this is perfect. Like, this works out absolutely perfect. I don't want these videos to be just hours and hours on end, right? Like, I want them to kind of be at least a little bit reasonable. All right, let's go ahead and grab some air. We'll stop right here. Do a little throttle, stretch it out just a tad. Look at the sand piles down there. That's really cool where like the sanders have been left running. Yeah, I think it's gonna be perfect right here. Sweet. All right, that's it for us. Let's hang tight here for a minute and see who we meet. We'll do that. Go ahead and get the independent. All right, guys, let's hop down. Let's see what we got up here. There he is. You can see him. All right, sweet. That meet turned out perfect too, right? Like for AI dispatching, it's really not that bad. It's not that bad. So it's not too terribly complicated because we're the only northbound train, right? If we were to put some northbound AI trains in the mix as well too to go against the flow, it would complicate things immensely. Like then we would probably have some weights and stuff like that, but it's working out pretty good for us. Who is this going to be? This looks like this is going to be a K train. I think this is going to be K69 molten sulfur train. Yeah, I think so. I think that's what that's going to be. Little shot of our train there. It's pretty cool going through the dips there, the hogbacks. Yeah, I think that's going to be a K train. And I was going to say, is he coming down here at restricted speed or what? Like, it seems like it's taking him forever. Dude, come on. You've got 2 clears. Come on, get on it. We got to go. Yeah, this is going to be a K train. This is actually kind of based on a K train that I took back in the day, back in 2002. The sulfur trains ran from Chicago somewhere up there down to Mulberry in Florida to the Bone Valley. And on one particular K train that I caught, we had 2 Sioux line or 2 Sioux SD60s on the head end. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I remember a lot of people out making pictures of that train that day. I wish I had them. Wish I had those pictures. Those would have been awesome pictures to have. That's pretty cool. That's really cool. It's kind of dragging a little bit, maybe. If you want a fun train to run, do one of these molten sulfur trains. They're only about 60 or 70 cars. I've seen some with just 2 engines before. They weren't very long, but man, they were little bowling balls. They were literally little bowling balls. If you wanted to find every little up and down on your territory, like, take one of these. Those are only about, what, 4,500 feet, maybe, give or take. Not very long. These are kind of the bigger sulfur hoppers. I remember the ones they had that I remember back in the day were smaller. All right, guys, here's his bottom right here. Let's see what he got. All right, K-Train looks good. Marker's hanging over. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this one. Hope y'all enjoyed. We'll pick up in the next video. We'll continue north. We got more trains to meet, more fun, all that good stuff. Love all of you. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you on the rails next time. Peace.